March 21st, 2021, the day I uploaded this.
Yo, what's up guys, it's Doge, and we are finally doing it. We are finally doing a Minecraft world tour. Oh boy, where to start? I've had this world for years. As you can see, there's a lot of stuff done. But let's start off with the OG of OG.
And more than 2 years later, I had no idea what that day would do for me. After loss, tears, dealing with some of the worst people on this planet, this is finally the full history of all 3 Doge CMPs together at last. It was summer 2020 and I was staring at the Minecraft World Create screen, talking with the boys, excited to start a new world where we could all create things together. And honestly, I was more excited than anyone to finally have a world of my own where everyone wanted to play. But I never knew what it was exactly gonna be like. Were people just gonna blow up everything? Were we truly gonna come together? What would even happen? Well, all you need to know is the world was a huge success. Within the first 10 minutes, we had 9 people on the world, building it up to what it would be. And it starts with this, sitting at 3 stories, the first house, expanding beyond and building everything else up to what it would be today. Through griefing and some questionable builds, we have stuck through everything, and this is the original of originals. This world has stuck with me and my friends and stood the test of time for all of us. Yes, and that is a village which was griefed within the first 10 minutes, but just goes to show how we come back from our lows. All those houses were custom made after the old ones were destroyed, and unfortunately, we have lost some friends. Honestly, absolute sugar, I have no idea where you are right now. But if you can hear this, we all miss you and we're all worried about you, dude. And here's the old Doge HQ rising above the sky, 235 blocks tall, the tallest building I've ever made in Minecraft. Even expanding to the rocks behind it, we have not slowed down at all, building everything that we can. And it just goes to show how much they're willing to persevere through everything. These builds have taken so long, but all of a sudden, it just stopped. The worst had happened and the world file was corrupted. All those years were lost. All those memories would be lost forever. But I didn't give up. The same night I discovered that the world was corrupted, I started again, and I started new. Hey guys, it's Doge, and welcome back to another Minecraft video. And you may notice this is a different CMP, and that's because unfortunately my first CMP file got corrupted. But we are back, and this time we are going over the top 5 builds in the new CMP. Now, since I'm becoming a little more popular, look at that percentage, guys. Now, make sure to like and subscribe, and let's get right into the video. The only thing that remains of CMP2 is the video that I made on it a few months ago. Other than that, the only thing that's left are the memories. Cliff? Shit. I had that name in months. Story? Think of one of those. Gonna keep begging for one, aren't you? Fine then. I have a lot of bullies in my life. Trolls, griefers, but none have been like him. There's just something about Radcliffe that I knew was not right. I already had him blocked once before, and I figured I could trust him again, and I was damn right. The events of June 6th, 2023 are ones we shall not speak about. Okay? This is between you and me. You're gonna share the story, aren't you? You know what? Fine. You know what? Just fine. You know what? Yeah, this cowboy hat's fine. You know. The story of Radcliffe is one hell of one. And I mean literal hell. As in, he was one of the worst people I have ever seen in this entire world, like in person. Here, let me get closer. To say Radcliffe was an idiot, to say Radcliffe was racist, to say he was one of those wannabe tough guys, to say he thought he was better than everyone else, that is a blatant understatement. And other than that, I can't tell you much about him because I'm just trying to forget him. I mean, yeah, he's Australian. He always call at the worst times wanting to play for like the worst reasons. And I'll tell you this, he said a word he really shouldn't have many times. Said it's gonna stop, but that was a lie. That's pretty much all he did, lie. He was a liar. Kept saying a word that began with the first letter of the manufacturer for Nissan. If you know that word, you know that word. But I refuse to say it or even mention it. And he was actually an Australian. I have seen him on FaceTime before. I have seen him, not in person, but I have seen him in other videos. And I can tell you, the name Radcliffe genuinely makes me pissed. Okay, it actually makes me bothered. It makes me genuinely mad. That name. The events of June 6th are as followed. Well, signed on, hopped on the game, and well, my friends started joining. My actual friends started joining. There was Pro3641, there was Striker 1945, and then there was him. We're working on a giant plaza that I cannot wait to show off. Pro was working on his house. And Radcliffe being Radcliffe, kept saying his shit. But I mean, to be fair, Pro's house was amazing. Like, he rebuilt it in our new world, and it is one of the best houses I've ever seen. And that's coming from an actual good builder. Like, that's coming from a master builder. And it was good. It looked amazing. But he kept being uptight about it. So I said he was being a piece of shit. Or something along the lines of that. I forget what it was. And he had hacks active. He actually had hacks on Xbox. And he used them. They were breaking hacks, not like actually hacking an account or anything, but he had like block breaking hacks and stuff like that could break in. I think it was up to a 13x13 area, and he used it. He destroyed the plaza, Pro's house, my house, everything we built. It was just wiped away in an instant. Over those couple of months, everything that we had built was wiped away by him in just a matter of a minute. 60 seconds for 6 or so, like 7, probably even like 9 months of work. gone. And it was my fault. It was actually my fault. I said something to him that I shouldn't have. I forget what I said, but I knew I said something I should not have. And, well, the CMP2 was too far gone. I spent all that work. I couldn't bear to see all that progress lost, so I deleted the world. It was all gone. Everything we had built was all gone. It wasn't worth it. It just wasn't worth it. But I'm persistent. I don't give up. And that's why just an hour later, after collecting ourselves from that incident, we started again. And this time, we were going to show no mercy towards the Australian in this world. The moment he joins, we're going to make sure he never did. I have a little message for you, Radcliffe. Okay? If you're watching this, you hurt people who thought you were their friend. You hurt people who trusted you. You hurt more than me. You hurt my friends. And now we are going to hurt you. We will not throw a single sorry, not a single apology, and we will accept none of yours. You started a war between your friends who used to be your friends and yourself. Keep fighting a losing battle, or we'll put your head on a stick. We want you dead. Sure, it's just a Minecraft world, but everything else you've done, we're coming for your ass. And we're gonna stop until the name Lachlan Radcliffe is eliminated. Is gone forever. You've hurt us. Now we're gonna fucking hurt you. And we're gonna bring hell. We're gonna bring fucking hell. Don't even start preparing. It's too late for your sorry ass anyways. The only thing we could do was keep moving forward. After losing CMP2, one of our best worlds ever, we knew that we were not going to take any more chances. And we were going to save this world. We were going to savor this world for as long as it lasts. And thankfully, it's lasted very long. Because we've taken no chances and we have a true agenda, we know exactly what to do, what we're doing, and we know who to trust and who not to. We've made several friends throughout this world, through friends of friends, and we've also made several enemies who were our friends. In CMP3, we only focus on one thing: progress. We've expanded to islands, functional airports, and we've even expanded our borders and our boundaries beyond thousands and thousands of blocks away into several unique biomes over and over again. And we have not stopped whatsoever. We are always doing new things every single day. Every time we log on is a new adventure, and we're always finding or building something new. All we care about is progress and coming together. New buildings and flattening terrain tactics have led us to go further than we have ever before and discover more than we have ever before. And we're currently working on one of our largest projects ever, and that is restoring an ancient city, an entire ancient city. Over our heads? Sure. Confused? Sure. Know what we're doing? Absolutely not. but that doesn't mean we're not gonna try. We have several ways to get to each other's areas. Everyone in the server will get a free area to claim. When they explore it, they will be able to put their mark on it, if it isn't already claimed, of course. This is Pro's area, a beautiful acacia cliff biome with several teleporters, but mostly floating islands. Pro really wanted these in, and I managed to make it happen. And I am so proud of how this whole thing turned out. I did the bridge that led all the way down to this beautiful lagoon below, and Pro has done pretty much everything else, and it just looks amazing. Oh, and that house on that floating island in the center there? Yeah, Pro built that himself. He is truly an amazing builder, and he has come so far from when we first met. Using natural elements of the landscape can lead to truly beautiful builds. We have a giant mining rig since this is an expansion from Snowden Range, which is actually a naturally occurring mountain range that has been modified by us. Not a lot, as we wanted to keep the basic amazing shape of the mountains. Striker has made a sort of a claim here since this is somebody else's territory, but it is technically Snowden, and whoever owns this isn't typically on that much. So we've been upgrading it for them over and over again. Kingsman Peak even includes memories of home with a cherry blossom forest. And behind the giant sword is actually an airport we are still working on. Yeah, it already looks finished, but we already have a runway done, a plane on the runway, which Striker built, and we also have an airport and an airport fire truck hangar as well. We're working on another hangar right now to hopefully put more planes in, and Striker has been finding amazing tutorials to build, and all of them look so good with his upgrades too. The new Doge HQ is a different style than what I've been trying, and it has worked so well to build this twin tower design. Each tower is circle-ish, and one side is of course mine, and the other is actually Striker's. However, I might modify some of his floors since his top floor isn't lit that well, and I could even furnish it for him as well. I also spent an entire day filling a cave with ice to make an amazing ice boat drift track as well. This tower has taken not as much time as you may think, since it's mostly vertical building, and then doing the floors, since it's not that many floors, and we even cut out the bottom one in half, so it gives it a much taller roof as well. You can even see we've extended all the way down the side of this mountain with that gaping cave inside. All of that whole mountain inside is just filled with blue ice. Heading inside yields no less detail and no less commitment. Everything we've done has been placed by hand. So much detail has gone into this. It is truly amazing. I co-built this with Striker, and both of us did such an amazing job. We raised the roof so we could add our own personal touches. For me, a car, and for Striker, he has a P-51 Mustang hanging from the ceiling underneath an aircraft museum. Well, it has artifacts of aircrafts. Down in our lobbies, he has a reading area, while I have more of a lounge, complete with racing setups, a kitchen, a view of the parking lot, and a giant TV, books, movies, a seating area, and a checkered flag rug. We also added elevators so you can ascend to the next floor, although they are a little bit fast. On the second floor, this actually connects all of our buildings together, and I even have a TV with my YouTube channel, or at least somewhat of a model of it, on the TV, this giant TV here. We have a Doge rug and a car overlooking Striker's floor. We also have a board meeting room in case we need to discuss any possible merch ideas or any video ideas. Here you can get a much better look at Striker's plane, and it truly looks incredible. Heading upstairs, we have so much more in store, especially for Strikers. For the first couple of floors, we have a bridge to connect our floors together, but the towers do get a little bit taller. Here we have more of a cafeteria and a lounge for people potentially working in the building or anyone visiting. You can even have a little line there that people can sit, and some art, which I've gotten really good at making in Minecraft. We have more cars on essentially every floor. Well, not every floor, but the first couple bottom floors. And here is the aircraft museum. You can see a large prop from a plane. You can also see some bombs that could have been used. Don't worry, they won't blow up. We also have a jet engine as well, a decommissioned one. And behind it, there is a tail of a plane that has survived battle. I actually did this aircraft museum for Striker when I think he was actually on vacation for a little bit, and I wanted to surprise him when he got back. Heading upstairs, once again, I need to keep flying because this elevator is really fast. We have Thumbnail Studios back again from CMP 1. It is one of the highest floors on the old Doge HQ, and now it has been reborn. We have a green screen room if you ever want to add your own green screen thumbnail, and behind it, we even have a customizable room as well, where you can add in your own blocks for your own background for your own video. We even have 2 bikes here as well, and Striker has another empty floor. We're still thinking about what to do with that one, but I'll leave it up to Striker to decide, and then I can go and build it. You can even see the TNS rug, which is also a staple from CMP1. Heading up another floor is the map and storage room. This is a map of the HQ and its surrounding areas, including the beginning of the ice boat racetrack and a village that we actually built over the water. There have been a couple changes since then, of course, since these videos were actually filmed way back in November and December. And this is also the first floor that didn't get connected to the other one. Here is the second one, which is just a total storage room. We even have a printing machine here based off one that I even see at my school. I'm a graphic arts student, and we even have several printing presses, which is amazing. And we even have more merch, more shelves, and some truly incredible little machines here, including a functioning press to embroider or put a little vinyl design on any shirt. And finally, we head up one more floor to the Grand Suite. The floor is my colors, and I wanted to make this one of the coolest rooms ever, including a twin monitor setup with a golden and silver play button above it, which are my dreams, a seating area here for any lunch, a full gaming setup as well, or a racing setup I should say, a bed with a painting above it, obviously I'd have a car one, a glass tank for all of my awards, and even a little interview area, which I may or may not use very soon to interview my friends and family in Minecraft. You could see the camera and the light for it. I also used shulker boxes for the background to add a little bit of texture as well. The Nether is an amazing place for travel, so we took advantage of that. Every block in the Nether is 8 blocks in the overworld, so you can use it to easily traverse the world, or you can even use it to find attractions in the Nether. Since this isn't just a highway for travel, but also connecting interesting parts of the Nether, including several outposts, mining, or defense. We're also planning on adding more and more to the Nether as well. Heading back into the overworld, we have a museum of everything new from 1.20 and even some references to older CMPs, both 1 and 2. This skull was actually from CMP 2, and I used a video from it to actually create it. We have more artifacts and exhibits all throughout the museum, and we spent a lot of time deciding what should go in it, what shouldn't, and where everything should go. We've even written down signs of what everything is, and we've tried to make it as lifelike as possible. I know that doesn't seem like much here, but we put so much time and effort into everything we do, including that giant mall in the back and my house right off to the right there. Over the past 3 years, we have made so much progress, so many friends, so many subscribers, and so many cool and amazing people and experiences. And these worlds have been through all of it. CMPs were always a place where we could expand, see what we were capable of. And that is exactly what we have done. The CMP shall live on. In honor of everyone we've lost along the way, everyone that has been here, we create CMPs to keep the spirit of creativity going forward and beyond, over and over again. CMP 1 was an amazing start that unfortunately had to come to an end. CMP 2 was a time for experiences, a time for growth, and CMP 3 is the magnum opus. This is where we learn, this is where we experience, this is where everything we've done, everything we've learned, everything we created finally comes together in peace at once. Seeing everything here, everything we've built, is truly a dream.